I swear I've reshot this video a dozen times. This is it. If I'm a blabbling mess, so be it. I'm gonna upload it. Here we are, 2 weeks out. 2 weeks from the big day, the event that kicked this journey of mine into high gear to do what I gotta do. And I gotta tell you, I thought I was gonna be strong, but I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I'm excited, I'm happy, all kinds of emotions. All up in my feels already 2 weeks away because I'm starting to think about everything and it's coming together. It's real. So fingers crossed. In 2 weeks we're celebrating a wedding, walking the baby girl down the aisle and giving her away. So that's that. So let's get into why we're here. Is my accountability on where I'm sitting at, what's going on. Quick synopsis real quick from the first video of the intro to now is the actual progress, what I've done from then and to where I'm at now to what we're going to do over the next 30 days. Started out over 310, not 100% sure of exactly the final number, but that's good enough to say it was fat. Over 40% body fat. Again, I don't know because I didn't check. I just started doing what I needed to do to start losing the weight. We hit Corona. I had gotten down to 250. We hit Corona, came up a little bit, but I am back down right now to about what I was pre-Corona. So right now, according to the scale where I go to get my DEXA scan done, they weighed me in at about 261-ish and about 33.5% body fat. Now their scale is about 5 pounds off of mine. So I weigh myself first thing in the morning as soon as I get up, and when I do weigh myself, and I use that as my main reference when I'm figuring out my body fat percentages for my macros for everything going on. So if we were to say 5 pounds off of there, according to their scale, 256-ish. So we're gonna say we're somewhere in there. That's enough information. That's all I need is just give me a vicinity of where we're sitting at, because we're not down to the nitty gritty to fine tune yet. We got a long ways to go before that happens. So that's plenty good enough of a detailed answer for me. The end goal, what I think my body, when I project my body fat percentage of where I feel is going to be comfortable and healthy to my current size, the end goal is to get 220, 230, somewhere in there. That would put me at about between 15 20% body fat, and I would feel a lot better about myself. And then from there, if I keep on pushing the bar, I keep on pushing the bar. But I think as of right now, that's my long-term goal. But before we can get there, we got to have some short-term goals, which I'll go over those in a second. But I want to talk about my thought process on this next 30 days at least of where I'm progressing to. I was eating clean diets, 5 meals a day, watching my carbs, restricting my fat, pretty much eating chicken all day long. Chicken, egg whites, broccoli, all of those sort of things with some fruits and whatnot. But I'm now going in a completely different other direction. I'm going to get on keto, and we're going to do keto for 30 days. The reasoning behind this is because I've got bursitis that's developed in my shoulder. This actually started in March of this year, 2020, and I noticed some problems. My form started getting real bad on my overhead press, and I was increasing my weight, pushing, and I knew better, but I gone ahead and did it anyways, and I think I inflamed my shoulder. And then of course, you know, the Rona hit, took a few months off. I thought it was healed. Well, I've been feeling it slowly, progressively getting worse and worse and worse. And right now it feels about like it did at that time when I injured it. So I got an appointment scheduled in a couple weeks. I'll go get it checked out after the wedding and see what a specialist says about it, see what they find, see what the treatment is, see how we can long-term get it fixed. So short term, I need to leave it alone. I need to lay off on what I'm doing. So that's what has sprung up this thought process of this next 30 days of I want to do some actual personally, I want to document and I want to prove to myself and to anybody watching what actually happens on a keto diet when you're pushing the limits as far as my lower body goes. There's some people that have got some papers out and they've been documenting and talking about how it is possible to grow muscle. But of course, you got the majority of everybody out there that says if you're not eating this carb and this protein at this time of the day after this workout, it's not going to work. So keto is it's a fad diet. So there's arguments on both sides. There's documentation on both sides. I just want to see, what can we really do? So my plan is with this shoulder is to basically nurse it and let it heal on its own and focus on my lower body. So let's get the lower body of mine built back up. So that's the whole reasoning for this big change that I'm doing with my diet and exercise, is so that I can focus on this fat burning aspect of the keto and see, can I build muscle on my legs? So it's going to be a challenge because of my age. The legs, they're harder to grow, but let's see what we can do with it. So as far as the workout goes, what my routine is going to be is I will get up in the morning. I'm going to come down. I'm going to dedicate 15 to 20 minutes of good, deep stretching, just warm up stretching, not necessarily static, but I just want to get a good all-around wake-up feel for my body and start to get it taken care of. I'll do about 30 minutes on the tread climber. I will try to fit a walk in for 30 to 40 minutes during the day at lunchtime if I can, if weather permits and if my schedule permits. And if not, that's okay because I've already got my cardio in. And then I'll come home in the evenings and I will do my lifting. So what my lifting is going to consist of is going to be 1 day a week of upper body maintenance. And what I mean by that is I'm just going to do nice, simple, mediocre level weights with all of my upper body, not counting my shoulder. My shoulder is going to be mostly therapeutic style of exercises on my shoulder and traps, just to make sure I'm taking care of that and isolating it. And let me get to the doctor first and see what they say. But I can go ahead and safely, with good form, do a maintenance day on my upper body. The other 4 days of the week are going to be spent on destroying my legs. Squats, squats, squats. Every form, variations of squats that there are all going to be going on during this lift. There's going to be your splits, your fronts, your behinds, your sumos, lunges. There's going to be a lot of lower body movements, a lot of big movements to see if we can't stimulate the muscle growth. And then we'll see if the work and the diet with the keto can come together and do what some people say it can do. I've gone ahead and got a bunch of good measurements written down of specific body points, so I can actually track with a fabric tape and see, is there a difference happening over 30 days. If there is no big difference and I lose body fat but I don't lose muscle, I'm okay with that. It'll still be a success to me if I don't lose muscle. If I do lose muscle and as well as fat, then to me it's a fail. As far as the diet goes, like I had said, I previously have been doing 5 meals a day, and I do all my meal preps on Sundays. That way all my lunches and all my dinners are made. I just have to get up in the morning and make my breakfast. And throughout the rest of the day, I just have my Tupperwares. I open them up, nuke them, whatever I need to do, and go from there. So this time what we're doing is we're going to follow keto to a T with the way it's recommended and the way it was intended to be, which is 3 meals a day, which is going to be different. I will be running in a 500 calorie deficit, which for my weight is about a 20% calorie deficit, but that's a good number to start at and to kind of see how I feel, see how things are going. And if I need to make minor adjustments, then I will. My breakfast, it will be 3 eggs, half a cup of egg whites, an ounce of cheese, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, 6 sausage links, and then 2 ounces of blackberries. Then for my lunch is going to be a ham salad that I've made up. It's got some cubed ham, it's got some Hellman mayonnaise, some mustard, It's got a little bit of lime juice to kind of cut it all down and some sriracha on top of it. So that'll be my lunch. And then for dinner, I will be having some brisket that I smoked the other night. 7 ounces of brisket, about 3 ounces of riced cauliflower, and then I'll be putting some butter on top of that when it's done. That actually brings me out to between 800 to 850 calories per meal, brings me right just under 2,500 calories, which is my 500 calorie deficit. So this should work. This is all within the keto spectrum of what they want you to be with your percentages of carbs to fats to proteins. So this is all down to the T. I'll also be checking with the ketone strips to see is my body actually in ketosis. So that way it's foolproof and we can say we followed A, B, C, and D, and did we get the results that they said that we would. As far as supplements go, the one big thing that I will be adding that I don't normally do will be a sugar-free Metamucil, just to help make sure I'm getting all them fibers in my body that I need. Of course, I will continue with my multivitamins, my 2 multivitamins in the day, plus my omega-3 pills. I will make sure that I'm taking care of those. I will be fitting in my branched chain amino acids. I'm not sure if I'll be doing just a straight BCAA or an EAA. I'm not quite sure yet. I got to look at those numbers. It's the only thing I haven't checked on to see if there's any kickbacks to any of the carb count, because I'm already at my max carb count for the day with my meals. And then I will also be taking probably a non-stimulant pre-workout. It's more of a focus, more of a mental focus pre-workout. I don't want anything that's going to jack me up. I don't do good with those and things that are spiked with 500 grams of caffeine. You may as well just snap a couple Red Bulls and hit it. That's what I will be doing for some supplements. But the goal is in 30 days to see what have we done doing this process. When we're pushing boundaries of both sides, what's the end result? What's the what actually did happen? Not what everybody's saying can or can't happen. What really happened? At 46 years old, 47 in a few weeks, let's see if when we push the boundaries with keto and we're trying to grow the lower body and lose fat up top, let's see, can we do it and does it work? So there it is. That's the plan for the next 30 days. I will be making sure that I'm vlogging throughout this whole time period so that every week I can bring you a progress report on how we're doing, how I'm feeling. If I've had to make any changes, the side effects of the keto flu, these are all things that I'm familiar with because I've done keto before. But we'll see how's it all working. Do I get lethargic? The one thing that I am looking forward to is probably around, if I remember, around week 2, when you're on keto, is you start to get much more focused mentally. You don't have those highs and lows through the days of eating, of having that insulin spike and the drop in energy that you get throughout the day. The nice thing with keto is you feel steady all day long. You don't feel lethargic, you don't feel high, you don't feel low. It's just right in the middle there. So that's the one thing that I do enjoy with being on keto. And I am looking forward to that, to being able to be a little bit more focused in on what's going on. And I think that's going to help on everything that we're doing. So please subscribe, hit the like button, comment below. What's your forecast? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think is going to happen, how you think I'm going to do. What's your predictions for 30 days? Is this going to work? Is this going to fail? I also love to hear what you're doing. Not only is this holding myself accountable to you, but I would like to hold you accountable to you. So drop a comment. What are you doing? Have you started this? Have I sparked something into you and you're just kind of still talking about next week? Let's just get on it and do it. Let me know how you're doing. I would love to hear. I've already had a few friends and family reach out to me on social media, or even just texting me on the phone. Just let me know, hey, I love it. I feel you. That's everything that you're speaking my language. I feel the same way, and now I'm gonna do it too. So let me know how you're doing, because otherwise, if you did text me and let me know you're gonna do it, I will call you out on these videos. So let me know what's going on. I'm going to hold you accountable. You hold me accountable. And we're going to see this through. So until next week, till we see you, peace.